Before you begin watching this video, I would like to point out that this is a video log of my first DIY attempt at installing a Chinese diesel heater on my boat. It is not intended as an instructional video of how you should install one. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 26th of August and welcome back to the deck of the Swamp Duck. I've come over today to carry on with the installation of the diesel heater. Top tip, do give yourself plenty of time to do this task. I'm sure it would, if continuously, it would at least take you a week to do it. But I'm very pleased with the progress so far. The paste that I put on the exhaust joints is now set rock solid, so I'm glad that I did that and left it to set properly rather than rush the job. I've also made a little box affair for hiding away the exhaust pipe, because I still want to use this valuable little space here for storage. So I thought I'd better box the exhaust pipe in so that nothing touches it. My first task today is to put the wrap around the exhaust, and then I think the exhaust is finished. I've now completed putting on the exhaust wrap. I would definitely recommend that before you put it on, you wet it. Definitely wear gloves, and in a confined space definitely wear a mask. The little tiny bits of fibre glass can be very irritating to the skin. Now finished boxing in the exhaust pipe, so that means I can still use some of that storage space and it's not going to touch the hot exhaust pipe. In order to run the electrics, I'm going to install an extra runner. I'm going to bolt it from this support to that support there. So this will give me somewhere that I can attach the electric cable to. It will keep it away from the side of the boat, keep it away from the gas point, and it will keep it away from the exhaust and the heater. The instructions for the installation of the fuel pump are as clear as mud, but what you will need is, obviously you will need the pump, and you need to get it the right way around. So there is a helpful arrow, so this is in and that is out, so it needs to be sighted that way around. In order to achieve that, you need this bracket which is supplied with the kit, and that will fix underneath there, and the pump will fit inside it. Everything else has been put in correctly. Pump, and the filter. I've just put the air inducting tube in and the grill so that we're getting fresh air going into the heater, so it's not contaminated in any way, so it's not pumping contaminated air into the cuddy. This is what the Ashby Canal looks like midweek, and bearing in mind we're still in the school holidays, I can imagine in a few weeks' time it's going to be very quiet indeed. I think that installing the fuel line and the fuel pump and the fuel filter was probably one of the more fiddly things to do, and in fairness to the people who wrote the instructions, it's difficult to prescribe exactly because it depends very much on the setup of your boat and where you've got the thing sited. My next task is to install the fuel tank, connect up the fuel pipe, and then that's that part done. I've done some of the electrics as I've gone along because it was just easy whilst to do it whilst I was able to access the slots where the little connectors went. One of the things that isn't prescribed again is where the outlet for the fuel comes on the petrol tank. Now it doesn't need to come from the bottom because you don't want all the sludge from the bottom of the tank going into the fuel line, so it wants to be about there, and there is a plate there for you to do that, or there is one around the other side if you have to sight it in a different way. But what you have to do is to thread that through the hole, so you need to drill a hole, and then you need to pass something through that hole to come out here so that you can attach that and pull it through. This could be fiddly. So I've now got the fuel tank connected. There's very little pipe there, and what there is now got a rubber sheath on it. The all-important security chain is in place, so I just need to tidy up and then come back to the boat. I need to finish the electrical work and then the ducting. Good morning, it's Thursday the 27th of August and I'm back here again. This time I'm doing some of the electrical work and some of the ducting work. So far this morning I've installed the control unit and I've hidden all the wiring to that. Well, they say the proof of the pudding is in the heating. At least I think that's what they say. However, if only you could be in here and feel the heat. It's amazing. I managed to get the whole thing started, got it all primed up, and it started more or less straight away, no problem. It's a bit fierce at the beginning. It sort of whirs and the fan sort of gets up to speed, and then once it's got to temperature it all calms down, and you can hardly hear anything. There's a little ticking, which is the pump, but I did know about that. Once I put the boards back and the seat back, I think you'll hardly hear anything at all, but it certainly is very warm in here. I haven't got the vents all done yet at all, because obviously I've said I haven't quite got all the tubing yet, but I've directed this piece through the cupboard, and it's coming out of the cupboard at the moment. So my next job is to make sure I've got the route ready for installing all of the ducting, and that's it. Job's a good one. don't think this heater could have been installed at a better time. The English weather is really true to form. It's absolutely throwing it down with the rain, and any problems we had with there not being enough water in the canals, I think that's a thing of the past. The instruction sheet for the LCD display is very difficult to understand, so it's going to take me a little while. I could do with a 3-year-old to show me how it works, but once I've got the thing up and running and I've been using it for a while, I will do a short review just to say how I got on with it. So see you soon. Take care.